play just as well as the ball, if not better, for the elo.
Exactly. First
Um,
thing to aim for is just what we're the most comfortable on. Definitely want to play those characters more. Mm,
yeah.
you wanted to say something else as well? Anything else?
No, like I've played obviously since Overwatch 1 beta, so I'm
Right.
like of the original characters, I'm very
Mm-hmm.
comfortable. But I mean, my most played's a D.Va Doomfist.
Right. Right.
And then depending on what comp they've got, I can switch to Winston, Zarya, Ramattra, Orisa because they're easy.
Okay.
Sigma if I really need to. I used to one trick Sigma, so like I can play Sigma at high level, but because I don't play him a lot recently, I don't hit as many orbs, and I won't execute the one shots in close team fights sometimes, even though I know how to do it. So
Right. So here, that's where we're facing the problem of we have too many heroes. If you
mm,
have this in your pool, it's gonna be really difficult to
if
improve overall. Uh,
let me share my
mm-hmm.
screen with you so you can get an idea of like I know what you're saying. Sorry, I don't mean
Right.
to like you know. I'll just share my screen so you
Yeah.
can get an idea of my
We just
playtimes.
want to kind of identify the direction because there shouldn't be a situation where you swap to the hero which you're not comfortable with, which is not in your pool. And your pool should
Mm.
consist out of just 3 or max 4 heroes, or even 2 is enough.
Yeah, so
See
my
what I mean?
pool is basically just D.Va, Doomfist, and
Mm-hmm.
Zarya if it's like a
That's
boring
enough.
game where I'm getting picked. And then
Mm-hmm.
my fourth is sort of a split between Winston if like I'm not hitting anything, just because Winston is, I think, an easier character than
Mm-hmm.
Doomfist,
Mm-hmm.
execution
Mm-hmm.
wise. So if I'm playing worse and I still want to win, I'll go him.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm just not able to like hit a shot. Um, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Sigma, but like I rarely play Sigma. I mean, like 1 in 100 games
Mm-hmm.
probably.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it's so you're saying there are some cases when we pick certain hero, like you pick Zarya where you get him picked off, or the aim is not as good, you're playing Winston. Do you think it's the best kind of approach? Is there anything else we can do to be effective with our pool? Because if I'm saying I'm just swapping to that character because I'm not doing something well, is it really the most effective way for us?
It's usually like Zarya Mirror. Um, it's like it's usually Zarya on the enemy team, and then one other that, or at least one other that counters me. So if I'm Doomfist and they've got like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I won't swap if it's an Orisa because I think people who
Mm,
swap off Doomfist when they're Orisa are kind of like trolling themselves because
depends.
you're not focusing on the Orisa. But like I don't know if they're going like Orisa like or Orisa slash Zarya, May, Sombra, Anna, and the Anna's hitting sleeps and antis on me, and my team's not getting picks, so we're getting like nothing. I
Mm,
go in and engage. Don't get me wrong, there's definitely better engages I can make, but if I'm not like, even if the engage is good, if I'm missing my shots or like I miss a punch, so I don't get to reset my
mm,
sort of like shields, or I don't get to dive out in time because I'm just like getting blown up too quickly and not really
mm-hmm,
thinking, that's when I sort of
mm-hmm.
swap.
So you're sort of saying you paying attention to enemy composition, and that's main deciding factor. What are you gonna play?
Mostly, yeah.
Mostly
Composition plus if I'm just inting. If I'm
mm,
getting like nothing,
your
then I'll swap.
performance. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Now,
like there've been games where they full counter me and I still stay, and I do find like D.Va. I've played many a D.Va game against Zarya where I've
mhm,
just won because she wastes her bubbles, and then you just force her out,
mhm,
or you dive the Mercy in their backline, or
mhm.
do you know what I mean? But
Yes.
if I'm getting like a Junkrat who refuses to swap and he's charging Zarya's bubbles, and it's a map where I've got no high ground,
Mhm.
and like I don't know. I think there's picks that I can play that are better than D.Va there that I would be doing more on.
My
You know,
question would be: is that the most effective for us to pay attention to enemy composition as our first priority?
I mean, no, no. I
Not
mean,
really.
it's usually again like when I say enemy composition, I mean like purely if that enemy player is playing well on the character, right? So if they're doing well on the character, like the amount of games that I played where they've just had like, oh, they've had a really good Genji, and like my team keeps dying, and I'm not able to counter the Genji as Doomfist because he keeps jumping over me. So I'll like switch to Zarya or someone and just bubble off my team, or a diva,
Hmm.
and I'll just protect my team and like be calling out on my team to kill Genji when he dives, or kill Winston. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
This is
more
the same
reactionary.
thing. Yeah, exactly. That is the same thing. We paying attention to enemy team strengths. Strengths might be because they have a certain composition, or they have a character who,
Yeah.
just like here, who is playing well. And my question
Mm.
is that the most effective way approach to climb the rank?
I mean, debatable. I guess what you're saying is like, oh, if you play like 1, 2 characters and you play them incredibly well, then you're gonna climb no matter what, and you're gonna get better on those characters instead of splitting your skill.
That can be, well, this is another layer. This is another layer, right? But the biggest layer, like what I'm trying to get at, I guess,
I think
is
I'm missing something. Yeah.
if we are paying attention to enemy strengths, what they are good at as our first priority, then a lot of times we're missing out on what we're good at and paying attention to that. Because see,
Mm.
if our priority is, okay, I am paying attention to my strengths, how to be the best in this current match, because of those certain variables which can help me. Now I'm trying to do my best to carry this game. This
Mm.
is one approach. And there's another approach where you start paying attention to enemy strengths and counter them. See, those are
Yeah.
two completely different. And usually the first approach, where you're playing off your strengths, is much better.
Hmm.
Because you exactly in control of situation. It's the concept behind it is we're paying attention to what we can control. You can never control your team, first of all. Well,
Yeah.
in some degree you might do that, but most of the
Yeah. No,
time,
you can't.
you can't really do that, and they still will die to Genji, they still will die to Pharah, and in reality, if we countering somebody, like trying to
Hold on,
counter their
I've got a
strings,
dead pen. Give me a sec. Sorry, my pen isn't working. Just need to grab the other one.
that's fine.
Right, I'm good.
Okay, okay. So basically, what I'm saying is, yeah, starting as what our strengths are first, and then only paying attention to enemy strengths as well, and maybe even weaknesses, because there might be cases, I can give you an example, where you have really good composition. For example, you play something like Brawl composition or Legion Control Center. Well, this composition is quite strong in this scenario, but they have really good fire on the enemy team. Well, do you really have to counter fire in that case? No, you still can play off your strengths and be good at that specific Brawl hero in the Brawl composition, and just play your strengths as the first priority. Yet instead of thinking how to counter an enemy team, you wanna do it other way, make them counter you. Because you
Yeah.
playing off your strengths.
Oh yeah.
This is what gonna be our first priority in the sessions. Yes, we're gonna think about what they're strong at as well, but our focus, our first priority goes towards what we're strong at. Does it make sense?
So our strength, then enemy comp.
Yes, because you 100% controlling your gameplay, and you
Yeah,
can never control the others. Yeah. Hmm.
for sure.
Okay.
I
Makes
guess
sense?
my mindset. Yeah, no, you're right. My mindset to it has always been like, oh, I am better at a variety of characters than they are at one. So if I'm struggling with one character, I swap. But often they counter swap to someone that just pisses me off. That's
Yeah.
why I don't play Winston anymore, because I just play Winston. I'm having fun, I'm
Mhm.
doing stuff, and then they play Reaper, and it's like I don't die to the Reaper a lot, but it's just an area where I kind of
and
can't
and
go.
it's and see, here's the thing, yeah, like we can say, well, there's Reaper on the enemy team, right? But what kind of strengths we might have which will allow us to play Winston anyway? Can give you an example. If
I
you're
mean,
playing on
yeah,
Circuit Royale, or you play on Junkertown, and you
ignore the Reaper,
or
dive the back
Gibraltar,
line.
yeah, you have Gibraltar map, and they run Reaper, and you have really good dive
Mm,
composition. Well, you don't care. But see, you in that mindset, because your first focus was, oh, what kind of strengths I'm playing around. Because you do that, now you realize the Reaper is not the problem. You don't have to you're not getting countered. Well, sometimes you will have to swap, obviously, depending on the situation, but that's another story. We'll talk about how do you decide what to swap to. But it's gonna be, again, mainly us paying attention to what we strong at, kind of paying attention to our comp
yeah.
and map together.
How good I am at the character plus is the character good against their team? Plus, is the character good? Is the character good on the map? Plus, does the character work with our team?
First
Equals.
priority is gonna be composition, our composition, because it's your
Okay.
strengths. We're paying attention to the strengths of for example, you have a certain win condition. You have a lot of role characters. That means they wanna run enemy team over, and you paying attention to that, how to make it easy. Like not for your team, but just make it easy for you to get picks, for you to get value. Yeah, you playing around your strengths is the first priority by paying attention to your comp. Comp is usually the biggest factor, and then paying attention to the map, and the last priority is the enemy composition actually. Because so yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so see, like our focus is gonna be different now. Our focus is gonna be
Got it.
exactly what we strong at, how to make it easy for us to get value. Because a lot of times people get in that trap where, oh, they say they're getting countered or by something, and they swap, and actually not gonna win the match because they forgot about their strengths. They forgot their
Yeah.
composition is really good with their hero, and forgot about the map, that the map is really good for their character too. And then they start getting less value. It's interesting, right? But it might
Yeah, I mean,
happen.
there's been a couple of times where I've like been playing D.Va on a first point defense of X map with high ground, like Route 66 or what's the Lucio one? The one with the when you load in, it's a picture of a frog on a wall. Um.
Oh,
Anyway, like maps with early high ground, and like they'll counter swap to Zarya, but they won't do anything with it. They won't
exactly.
like go up to the high ground. Well, they can't go up to the high
Yeah,
ground, so I just sit there out of their range, and then when they walk past, I
exactly.
pressure their backline to fuckery, and then they've got no push because they've used
Exactly.
2 bubbles on choke, and got absolutely no value with it. So yeah, I
Exactly.
don't know.
Yeah, exactly. And now you are countering Zarya actually, because you
Yeah.
are playing the character properly. You're taking those off angles. You don't want to face that Zarya frontlining as well. In reality, you're gonna be countering her in this case. Yeah. So this is
To be
interesting.
fair, I do sometimes frontline Zarya as D.Va, but only if she's low charge and low shields, and
Sometimes,
I can sort
sure.
of burst her out without
Sometimes.
support.
Minority of the time, majority we usually
Yeah,
don't, because you
it's
have the
usually a bad
mobility.
idea.
Okay, I think we have some directions we can go with. We had something we wanted to discuss. First part is our mental. Well, we kind of started with that anyway. Yeah? Paying attention to our strengths. This is the big idea we're gonna be uh, implementing. But then maybe let's discuss this previous topic which you mentioned, just when you get in tilted, when we kind of want to reset the mindset, something like that. Maybe we can talk about that first, and then we can do what if you in the live game. What do you think about it? About that?
Um, yeah, it sounds good. I mean, the only thing, obviously, it's your session, so you know more.
Mm-hmm.
I just, why VOD review then live game? Why not live game then VOD review? I'm
Because
just interested in your thought
yeah,
process.
exactly. Because if you do what if you first, and then we able to establish proper goals easily, and then after we
To implement
establish
in
those
the live
proper
game.
goals, yeah, we can do it in the live
Okay,
game.
yeah, I got you. That makes so much more sense. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't like questioning it. I was just, yeah,
No,
I
it's
was
it's all
interested.
fine.
I
Yeah,
guess I was questioning it, but in a non, in a non, I know better than you, and more of a like a. I can often come across. It's an issue I have. I can often come across like I am acting like I know better, or I think I know better than people, whatever. But
oh,
I
don't
don't. I'm
worry.
genuinely just interested because
Of
it
course,
allows me to build
listen.
up an idea.
Uh,
Anyway, yeah.
we can learn from anyone, anybody, out of any situation. So yeah, it's all fine. It's good to ask questions and such. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I think we're gonna talk about mental first, and we can elaborate on those ideas you mentioned before. So why we getting tilted? When is that happening? So I just gonna use this model, something what's called SWOT model. I'm gonna screen share. Give me a second. Okay. So first of all, describe me that situation exactly a little bit more. When do you get this mm, tilted kind of mindset? Yeah, when you feel like you
Oh, when I die. For sure. That's basically the main one. It's just when I die.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
When I miss abilities, like punching through 4 people and hitting nobody.
So is that the biggest factor you think, or is there's anything what affects you as well? It might
I mean,
be.
it's a snowball, really. It's like a little thing will set me off, like,
Mm-hmm.
and I've got to try really, really hard to stay on, not like just thinking, oh, it's over now. Usually, it's a
Mm-hmm.
combination of I die, or like a teammate. It starts off with me dying almost all the time. Is
Mm.
I die, and then like I'm frustrated, and I'm frustrated at myself, and
Mm-hmm.
then like I'd tell the team, just group up, don't fight, it's my bad. And then I'll get a soldier running in and dying,
And you get
like
frustrated again.
fully isolated, and I get really pissed off because we're staggered. So
Ah,
that's kind of it. Or like I'll die in like
interesting. A lot
maybe
of layers there.
preventable, but like there's lots of. It's usually just me dying or a teammate dying
Okay,
or like
let's narrow it down.
bullshit. Yeah.
First of all, we just look at Ida, yeah, because there are other layers as well, which you mentioned. Somebody runs in, you get in tilted as well.
Mm.
Something else might happen. You can still break it down by using this model, which I'm gonna share. So basically, we're starting off with the fact. We're starting off with the fact, and that is something you cannot change. That is
Yeah.
something what was in the past. Is just you're faced with those. Well, you die, well, happens. Or somebody
It
tells
does.
you something. They tell you, can you switch that diva? We we hate
It's
you.
usually Doomfist. It's like, oh, swap off Doom. You're doing terrible.
Yeah, can you
Says the
swap off
2 and
Doom or
5
something like that?
Hanzo.
Exactly, exactly. They tell you that. That's the fact. That is the thing we cannot change. And
Yeah.
this is how
I
you're
just
gonna
ignore
break it
them.
down. Okay. Well, we'll discuss it. Okay. So after
Yeah.
that, when you face in certain fact, you getting certain thought about that situation.
Yeah.
So when you
Oh
die,
yeah. Sorry, I should say one more thing. I also this is the I've just remembered like this is the bad thing is like I'll literally have full-on arguments with my teammates in my fucking head when they're not even
ah,
in VC or team chat.
right.
Like in my head, I'm thinking they're telling me I'm doing shit, or I'm thinking like I'm
Oh.
thinking they're saying I'm doing shit, um, and like I'm like arguing back, and I know that it's stupid and a waste of time and like pointless, but that happens, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. This can be the case, and just gonna kind of also have this idea. What we mentioned today is we want to focus on what we can control. We can kind of connect it to what we're gonna mention later. But let's discuss what
Yeah.
is your thought exactly. What is the biggest thought usually? Is that I'm performing really bad, or it's something else? Yeah, like what people are gonna think of me. What is the thought you get exactly after you die?
It's usually a lot of swear words.
Well,
It's not. I guess I
what is
don't
the
know.
biggest one? Yeah, what is the biggest thought? Just tell me, kind of, keep it
I
in one
don't.
sentence, maybe. Try.
That's hard.
Oh, well,
Uh,
try. Well, give me multiple sentences that we can maybe simplify it.
fucking bullshit. That's one of the first things that comes to my head.
Oh,
Fucking bullshit.
okay.
Or I can't believe I missed that. I can't
Uh-huh.
believe I fucking. What the fuck that hit is
Uh-huh.
something that I say all of the time when I die.
Mm, mm. So what I hear is you saying, if we, this is what I think. If I'm not correct, tell me. You're saying I'm not doing well with those words. You're saying
Mm,
I'm
yeah. Trolling.
I messed up, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, like I'm
This is
trolling, I'm inting.
So just say I'm not doing well. Yeah. If we're gonna
Mm.
break it down to this, okay. And after that, after you've done it, usually you get certain feeling. And again, try to be simple. What is that exact feeling you get when this thing happens? When you get this thought, I'm not doing well. Yeah, like mentioned,
Frustration.
frustration. Yeah, frustration, something like that. So might be anxiety with some players as well. So it really, yeah, it depends. But
No, I
definitely.
think at this point it is just like the epitome of like I've played this game for so long and I'm still not able to hit a shot. That's sort of like that just to give an idea of that frustration. Yeah,
Right,
that's where I'm at
right,
a lot.
right. And now we want to see how it affects your actions. We want to see what do you do exactly with your actions. Yeah, might feel more tensed. You might
Yeah.
overextend. You might, yeah, like what is that exactly? What is the biggest
Trust
thing?
me, I don't need to die to overextend. You'll see in my gameplay. It's like I just take as much space for as long as I possibly can, and often forget to team check. But no, I guess yeah. I mean, I do misplay a lot. It means that I'll try and go in and do what I was doing before, but better, even if the situation doesn't call for it. Like
You're
I don't
getting
know.
frustrated, so how it affects your
Yeah,
actions? Yeah, like what is it?
I'd
You
miss
trying
more shots, shit
miss more
like that.
shots? Hmm. Yeah, maybe it's
I don't
that.
know
It's
if
just
that's possible.
it might be the case. Yeah, see, this model, that is something what are you gonna use first, later as well, and try to understand yourself in those situations a little bit more. Now we're just gonna kind of break it down, just gonna give you an idea how you can influence your thoughts later. Okay, so
Oh my
now
god, my pen isn't
it might
working.
be that
Hold on.
we get this
Plat.
action where you miss the shot. Well, that might be the case. It's okay. Like with a lot of players, it's kind of similar because they get that certain anxiety as well. Yeah, like or frustration. Yeah, that's common.
Mhm.
After you have this action, you get certain result. Yeah, and usually it's well, if you actions. Well, this is interesting because miss the shots. It's more of a like result, and yeah, then we can say maybe you're getting more tensed or something like with the
Yeah,
actions.
I
You
mean, it's usually like yeah, tense. I do a lot of like wincing. I notice when I like am in tense situations, I'll wince a lot when I'm going for kills, and that
mm,
like I guess puts my aim off.
mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm.
but I don't know. I guess that's an action. I'm not sure.
Yeah, kind of. We just wanna see what are you doing exactly. It might be that you do unnecessary turns sometimes. It might be that you pressing certain button a lot. Yeah, there might be a lot of things like that. Yeah, maybe I can say if you miss your shot, then the action can be you press primary fire or your secondary fire not at the correct time. Yeah, if you break it down, maybe why
Yeah,
you miss your
I
shot.
think I
Yeah.
swing a lot as well. Like I'll swing my mouse past where the enemy is.
Mm-hmm. First most one, let's just say not at the
Yeah.
correct time. Yeah, let's just say that for now, and then later might be
Yeah,
something
yeah,
else
yeah.
we identify. But yeah, so what we wanna do with this model is we wanna work on replacing your thoughts, and then as a result, something like feeling and action with something what's gonna be more effective and give you better results. So how we do that is by well just going from result and then going to actions, just first of all identifying what your best result should be. Yeah, in this case obviously if you miss the shot, then you want to hit the shot. Yeah, that would be a
Yeah.
good result in your case, for example. But then what kind of actions you want to implement to hit the shot? Yeah, if we look at this, might be quite obvious, but
Um,
yeah.
better, maybe like better something management. What's it called? Like better um uh, when you wait before shooting, trigger discipline. That's
Yes.
the one.
Yes, yes.
That's the one.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so trigger discipline, that is something we can implement a little bit more.
Hmm.
We kind of want to slow down, wait usually. Yeah,
Oh, I
that
did a
what can
really
help
good
us.
play with trigger discipline earlier.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. There are a
In
lot
front
of
of.
things. And if you know
Sorry.
that, by the way, you might connect this. Like if you learn intrigue discipline, you might connect it with proper warm up. You might connect it with just slowing down. What can help you to slow down
Yeah.
as well. But yeah, let's just think. Okay, what kind of feeling can help you to uh, be better at pressing the primary fire? Yeah, have this better trigger
Just
discipline.
staying calm.
Okay, stay calm. Yeah, just and to just stay calm. And now So we want to have this feeling instead of frustration, and here's gonna be the most important thing. Want to replace our thoughts, I'm not doing well, do something what's gonna help to feel calm. So what that might be. What do you think?
I can do better.
I can do better. Mm-mm-mm. Do you feel like it's just uh, see later it might be yeah, do you feel like it's the most effective for you? Like, what do you feel if you say I can do better? Like you
I don't
die.
know.
Mhm.
I feel like if I die, I I can always be like too egotistical and think it's not my fault, and then I'm not working on it, or I can
Mhm.
be too self-deprecative, and then I do the opposite. But if I try and because if I've died, I know that like I can do better because I have had games where I have played properly and thought properly and everything's been clear and
Mhm.
I've done really well. So I know I can do better. And I'm just, I guess, reminding myself of that.
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe that's not very healthy. I'm not sure.
Yeah, my problem with that is that sometimes there are a lot of cases when you say you can do better, you might be too hard on yourself. You might be saying, yeah, like sure, you can do
Yeah,
better,
it might
but
be
at the
unwinnable.
yeah, but at the same time, might be unwinnable. Sure, it might be. It might be that you're doing really well, but you still can win. It's just, I'm thinking there should be
When I
kind
say
of.
unwinnable, I mean like unwinnable for me in
For you.
comparison to like obviously if you've got someone that's hitting like most shots, they're
This
gonna
is good
be
thought. Yeah, this is good thought. See, because there should be somewhat of a middle ground. You should recognize your feelings. Yeah, like your a situation. Like what is your performance today, and then play based on that. Because sometimes, yeah, I think this is really good thing. We're not always consistent at our performance. You cannot perform well all the time. Here's the problem. That's why when we're saying I can do better. Well, maybe today you cannot do better. Maybe today you got 2 hours of sleep and you
mm,
had a really hard day. Well, probably you shouldn't play then, but
yeah.
there might be days when you have off days and that's okay. Even pros have off days. It's just the problem is the pros they have really high skill ceiling. So even on off days they perform better, obviously, as
Yeah,
GM
I
players
mean,
as well.
let's just be honest here. Pine's off day is a million times better than my best day.
Sure, but it's so the main factor we're looking at is everybody's gonna have off days and good days. The problem is it's finding that consistent factor, which you can always get better at. And
Yeah,
usually it's your skill ceiling. Your skill can always increase at any point of time. Even though you have off days, you might still influence your skill ceiling to get a little bit higher. You have your good day, well, the same thing. It might be the more effective, you might be more effective at increasing your skill ceiling, but you recognize that, okay, today I have off day, so what? I'm increasing my skill ceiling. And another day, I might be doing well, you're doing the same, increasing your skill ceiling. So it's you always get positive outcome.
yeah. Yeah, so I mean, usually when I have off days, I'll either switch role or switch account. So if I'm playing on
Mm,
the, if I'm having an off day and it's like the off day is affecting like my overall positioning, so like I'm not doing engages well at all with Doomfist, or I'm just getting rolled as Diva, I'll
mm-hmm,
usually just like swap accounts and play on my
mm-hmm,
DPS and just go
mm-hmm.
Reaper and play for fun. And then
That can be
when
good as
I'm
well.
like feeling better, I play on my tank. I
Yeah.
just try and avoid overplaying. You know, I've been playing a lot on my DPS lately. Like think I've done something like 3 or 4 cards in a row on
Mm-hmm,
DPS. So
mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Well, that's another layer, like how you practice. That is another thing. Uh, we just wanna, well, if we pay attention to what we mentioned now, it's more of when you actually play the tank, yeah, when you're actually in that situation,
Mm.
when you're facing you dying, yeah, like that is.
Sorry,
Mm.
I am kind of getting off topic. I do apologize.
No, it's okay, it's okay. It's just I wanna get back to it later.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
another thing which you mentioned, yeah, it's gonna be important about just the practice. Well then here, what I thought can be like, instead of saying, oh, you can do better, because it's not always something you can be consistent at. You cannot always get wins, or you cannot always yeah, it's not possible to get wins all the time. What your
Mm.
more positive thought can be, what kind of thought can allow you to get positive outcome no matter what?
Um, I don't know. I I don't know. I'm gonna need help here.
I can suggest something.
Yeah.
Usually with most of the players, we're saying something like, I'm improving. So even though you have off day or good day, you still improve. Yeah. I'm
Okay.
improving. I'm in the process. Because sometimes when you
It's
say
a process. That's good. I like that. It's a process. That works.
yes,
Because if
it's
I
the
say I'm
process.
improving and I'm doing like I'm just not improving like in the moment, that could probably tilt me. But
Mm-hmm.
it's
It's
a
the
process is
process.
better because
Mm-hmm.
it's a process means that like even if I can't see my improvement at the moment, I know that it's part of the process of improvement.
Yeah, exactly. And it goes like, think about it. If we draw the graph or something, it might be that you have really good day. One day you're doing really well, and then
Yeah.
another day your performance gets lower, but then eventually in the long term you will notice how your skill ceiling will change. So even though you have your off days, your skill ceiling gets a little bit higher. So instead of it
Mm.
being like this, maybe let's use different color. So instead of it being like this, staying it this way, it might get a little bit higher, and this what matters. You might not do the best. It's okay. Just recognize it. Recognize it and see what you can do to help yourself. And this is one of
Oh,
the
I've
tools.
I've definitely noticed that even in like the last hold on. Even in like the last week or so,
Mm-hmm.
like I've noticed where I have been like I don't know, focusing more on like just not just playing, but like actually playing with thought. Um
Mm-hmm.
I've definitely noticed my average skill going up. Games where we've been like hard smurfed on and like I've swapped. And again, I know swapping's not always the thing, but like I've swapped and kept my mental calm and I've been focusing on like specifically just like the win, how I can get that win for my team myself. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I've just completely lost track of
Yeah,
what I was
and
saying. Sorry.
see, yeah, exactly. If we
Sorry,
focusing,
my brain
no,
just
no, no.
goes off
I
track.
just want you pay attention to this part where we're saying I'm focusing on wins. Yeah, again, see how it's not the most consistent factor. Sometimes you can win, sometimes you gonna
Mm.
lose no matter what. Yeah, and
No, for sure.
our thoughts, we putting our thoughts towards something what gives you positive outcome no matter what, and that what will
Yeah.
allow you in the long term will allow you to hit more shots, and it will allow you to feel more calm. So something like I'm improving is the process. Yeah, like it's the process. It's might help. You might notice that you might replace this thought with something else later. It's okay, because everything is the process. Sometimes you get better thoughts. Yeah, I mean, just learn
Mm.
something new, and then you can replace the thoughts with the even better ones. But notice what can help you to feel more calm. That's the main idea while we're doing this exercise, and that is something what you're gonna do later. For some players, it might be that I'm having fun today. So if my thought is I'm having fun, so what? Somebody can tell me whatever they whatever they want, or I die, I'm still having fun, and maybe because of it I'm feeling more calm. Yeah,
Mm.
there might be things like that. The most common really is we're focusing on improvement or just having fun. That helps the most, because you can always have fun again, even though your teammates are leaving the match. It's still possible.
To be
But
fair, I don't get a lot of levers. Like I rarely get levers. I'm
that's
quite
good.
lucky in that.
That's good.
I,
That's good for sure. Okay. So see, this is how you're gonna do this exercise. I usually recommend try to do this exercise before each game session. So why we're doing it exactly is because your thoughts, why you getting certain thoughts, it's all about your mind. It's all about your certain patterns. Yeah, if you
mm,
had certain pattern, if you was communicating with people in a certain way, now when they are communicating with you in a certain way, or you get certain situation, your mind always gives you the same kind of uh, feelings and thoughts at the same time. It's just
mm.
you remember to react this way. Now,
Rage.
what we're trying to do with your mind is replace those thoughts, and again, it's the process. You can't replace your thoughts just in one once and for all. No, it's gonna be the process every day. Before each game session, you're gonna tell yourself, okay, I'm focusing on improving the process, yeah, and then
Mm,
you feel more calm, and then you repeat and repeat and repeat, like water falling on the stone. Yeah, it's sharpening
mhm.
the stone. Like we're gonna do it with your mind, okay?
Yeah.
That's your process. And later you'll notice because you sharpened their mind enough, sharpened that stone enough, now your reactions to certain things, to certain facts are gonna be different later. And you will
Mm.
notice that, yeah. And it was the case even yeah, even just recently with one of the players, we really had big problem with them getting affected by their teammates. They've been saying, "Oh, can you swap off that Widowmaker and can you hit that shot or something?" Yeah, the
How
teammates
the
were
just I smell a Moira player.
teammates been affecting
Yeah.
that player's performance really yeah, a lot. But once after the months actually yeah after the months of work just doing all the sort model player noticed they're not feeling anxious anymore. They feel like they're just focusing on improving because they sharpened this
Yeah.
their mind, and it takes time, it takes work, but try to do this exercise before each game session. Write it down for yourself. So the first idea is gonna be you gonna understand what you feel exactly. That is, you going through those emotions here, you going through this, okay, what was your thought, negative kind of thought, what kind of feeling you get and actions,
Yeah.
and then result. And then later the second part is replacing it, yeah, going from result to action to feeling to the thought, because thoughts, it's what really affecting your result at the end. uh,
Yeah.
this is the most common tool I use. um, well, do you have any questions about this here, this part, about this tool overall, or everything's clear?
No, it makes sense.
Makes sense? Okay. This can help with a lot of problems and even useful for in real life situations too, I think. You might just
Yeah,
think
for
about
sure.
the fact, yeah, what
Mm.
exactly the situation is, what kind of thoughts you
What's
might
this
help you.
model called?
This is thought model. You can
Is
call
it
it
just
that.
called a thought model? Okay.
Yes, it's called that. Well, some other coaches might call it different, but when I was learning coaching, that's how we called it. We called it thought model. Yeah.
I was actually gonna learn coaching. I was gonna be doing an esports course.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have used coaching obviously because I'm not good enough, but I was doing it for high-end video games management.
Yeah, sure. Well, those are good tools, and not
Mm.
just, I think, for everybody. Yeah. It might be really useful just for self
Oh yeah,
improvement
dude.
as well.
I mean, my course got cancelled, so there wasn't
Oh,
enough
that's
people to do
unfortunate.
it. So I'm now in games development.
Okay, well, you might still
Oh, it
find
still
some
helped. Yeah.
might find some programs on online universities. There are bunch of universities, even sources like, if I'm not mistaken, it's called Coursera or something. There are bunch of things there, but yeah,
Yeah,
you
I know what you're on about.
okay. So that was our first part. The second part is something what you mentioned a lot is, what if we have off day? What do we do? What you mentioned there. You go on other accounts sometimes. You
Yeah.
try
I
to
feel like
play.
it takes off that pressure. It's not about like
Yeah.
they're both like roughly the same elo. Um, or the like what I play on them is roughly the same elo. It's not about smurfing or anything. It's I guess a mixture of like that resetting mindset and
Mhm.
also I don't know. I feel like it almost like placebo relieves pressure off me. Even though it's
Right.
like the account I used to play DPS, I still feel like less pressure to do well because it's not my main, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I think this what you're describing there, it's more because you go on the data account, you kind of more focus on having fun specifically, right? Is it correct, or are you still
Um,
focusing on something
no,
else?
I'm definitely still like doing all my call outs, trying my hardest and like
Ah,
trying to play to the best of my abilities.
hmm,
I guess
interesting.
I don't know. I guess I just have more fun on it. I often get carried on that account. I don't know
Hmm.
why, but the amount of games I've had where we've just like I've won like 4 games in a row just from having decent teammates.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's my call outs. I often get a lot of people saying nice comms at the end of games, but yeah, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know.
Mm-hmm. 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 Let's think about that a little bit more. Because if you just trying to like I mentioned, be your best
Yeah.
for entire time. So how many hours you play per day?
Um, I don't know, but quite I can check actually. Let me check the history of this. I played was it like 20? I don't know. Like it could be between like 1 to 6 hours. Usually it's closer to 5 or
Hmm.
4, I guess.
So now I'll ask you this question: if you play for 5 hours and you've been really active with your practice,
Mm,
can you be really efficient for this entire time during
no.
those 5 hours? Exactly. To me,
Maybe
it's
that's
really difficult.
lately I haven't, definitely. Like lately I've missed like quite a few days of like just not
Mm-hmm.
actually even playing because of my course.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And,
but
and
if I go
mhm.
to oh, I'm on the wrong account. I can't go to my if I went to my other account, I could actually find out how many hours roughly.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But see, because this is big amount of hours, we wanna
Yeah.
try to reduce the amount. But I'm not saying of the entire play, but really think about, mm, try to distinguish between you just playing and you actively practicing something. Because if you
Yeah.
actively practicing for 5 hours, you cannot do that effectively. Even pros, it's really difficult for them. So I think
Mhm.
when you have, let's just, that is something you're gonna experiment with, but that is something you should do 100%. When you have high focus, you should actively practice. You should try to do your best. But then when your focus getting, when it's gonna be lower, yeah, you might notice you getting tired or there's a lot of pressure. And you
Oh,
just,
don't get me wrong. Another one of my biggest things that I really shouldn't do, but I do, is I get intoxicated when playing.
what do you mean by
And
that?
I'll like I'll get drunk or whatever, and I'll like
Mm.
it's really bad. I know.
Mhm. So this is one of the things, yeah, which allows you to kind of relieve the pressure of. Yeah, I understand. Hmm. Is it that?
Yeah,
Is
I
that
mean
the
like
case, or?
yeah, I mean again, video games are for me obviously not my main priority.
Mm-hmm.
So I usually just do them to like it's not that I just do them for fun. I find the act of trying to get better and sweating fun. Um, but like I need breaks from
Mm-hmm.
my day-to-day life, and I don't have enough time to do
Right,
both. So
right. So do you see what I'm saying? Like, why it's effective if we just distinguish between having fun and active practice.
yeah.
So our brain, we're not constantly under this big burden. We're not always anxious. Find this value, find this point of time. Like maybe you can play really active for 1 hour or 2 hours, but then mainly focus on having fun. Well, you still might communicate, you still might do something, but you know that in
But
that
yeah.
exact time when you're focusing on fun, when you're not actively practicing, just yeah, like don't try to beat yourself up or something. Just play. Sure, you can do that. You might even go on that other account, but yeah,
Mm.
you should understand that. You should tell yourself that, well, I practiced this 1 2 hours already, the concepts from the game. That's enough. That's okay. It's like in any tournament, you go on a Olympic Games, for example. all the pros, they cannot really be under high stress for long period of time. It's really difficult. I like comparing humans to uh like tigers or something, like tiger or like cat. The cats, they run really fast for a short period of time. They can be really, really active, but then what happens? You need to reset. You need to reset on your
Yeah.
mind. Just you need to do something else, like cat sleep, for example. Yeah, but this is kind of similar to our mind. What you gotta be doing later then is just identify when you have high focus, yeah, for how long you can stay focused, and do that active practice just during that time. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say maybe 2-3 hours. Yeah, maybe 2 hours, but definitely don't focus on active practice the entire time, like doing
I'll
5 hours.
probably do about 2 hours of like hard active practice, and then
Mm-hmm.
the rest is, I
Mm-hmm.
would say, soft practice
Right.
where I'm not, like
Yeah.
you said.
So that's one idea. Yeah, we wanna make sure we have fun and actively practicing at the same time. Okay. The first idea is gonna stay the same. Wanna focus on what you can control. There are a lot of things which you can connect. Two is focusing on the teammates. Might be not effective. It's not something you can control. Yeah, you might focus on other ideas as well, like your what people say. Again, like that is something you cannot control. Maybe, or like the enemy team, what they say. Sometimes you will notice there are gonna be a lot of things, but keep that idea in mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
our first priority is gonna be always focusing on what we can control. Make sure this idea stays. And what else? What if you have off day? Obviously, taking breaks is helping a lot. Take breaks, but usually not just doing something else, not going on that account, but I think do those proper breaks. Maybe you lost 2-3 games, yeah.
Oh
Two,
yeah, I get off at that
mm-hmm.
point.
Lost, yeah,
If
lost.
I lose 3 games in a row, I'm off completely.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe I'll like play a quick play or something, but almost certainly I'm just done
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm tilted and I know I'm just gonna
Mm-hmm.
lose
Mm-hmm.
streak. Or
Mm-hmm.
well, I say I know that, I know that's defeatist, but like I know that the chances are, if I am losing multiple in a row, I should just get off and then come back tomorrow when I'm like completely feeling better and like I'm
Yeah.
reset.
The
I don't.
fundamental idea behind it is usually, yeah, we want to be away from our PC, do something else, not in the same workspace where you got tilted. It applies to the in real life as well. You've been working, you got tilted. Do not be in that workspace. Do something else. Go for a walk. Talk to your friend. Or go
Yeah.
outside. 15, 20 minutes at least. Yeah, that is something what can help out a lot. We don't want to be in the same workspace. Even just if you're watching the video, YouTube video, some people say, yeah, just take break, watch a video. But in reality, it's
But
not.
you're still in the game,
Yeah,
right?
you,
You're
you're
still
still in the same
thinking about that game.
workspace. You're right. You're not
Yeah.
resetting your mind. Really.
Yeah, no,
Exactly.
usually it's like I'll go downstairs and I'll have a drink or
Hmm.
like make food, or I don't know, like I might go and play some guitar, which technically is in the same workspace because it's in the same room, but like it's the other side of the room. I'm not like interacting with my computer at all. I'm just like working
Yep.
on whatever I'm
Yep.
doing on that.
Yep.
You know?
I think those are main things which come to mind, but maybe you can tell me, is there anything you can do when you have off day that is can be your exercise, maybe for later? Just think about anything else. Yeah, we
Oh,
can.
I
I
mean,
can.
I've got
Mhm.
like work. I've got like homework and shit that I do. So I've got like a million and one things I can actually do
Mhm.
in like different spaces from
Yeah,
where I'm playing.
sure, sure. If this not gonna work out or something, you still need help with that. We can discuss it a little bit more, but we just have kind of limited time. So I'm thinking if we
For
do
sure.
a short what review, and then after that we do a live game. Is it sounds good?
Sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, okay. But this is something I'm gonna send. I'm gonna send screenshots of that, and then uh, we can elaborate
Luckily
on those
for me,
topics
my
more
games
later.
go pretty quickly. So,
That's no, it's okay.
uh, what sort of map do you want to see? I don't remember most of these
Let's
games.
just map doesn't
Um,
matter. The game where you played your best but still lost would be the best one, or where it was pretty close game.
um, we got hard rolled in that game. That was a quick play, so it doesn't matter actually. That's a 9:57 Samoa where it was just wank. Rialto 2-3, 20-minute game. 18:34, is that right?
Sure. Yeah. Whatever you think where you played your best was the closest
Um,
one. Yeah.
Let me think. Did I even play that? I don't know if I played that well. I really can't
Mhm.
remember.
Well,
But
later
the rest are wins or rolls. So
that's all right. Later, you
I
can
think
always
this, yeah.
save the games just in case in the document, and so you'll not forget. Kind of, yeah. If you got really good game, just save it in the doc. It's not gonna go anywhere. You can always
How do?
edit, so it's
Okay,
right
yeah.
there. You
There you go.
can
I'm
put it on
screen
your
sharing.
replay codes and save it. Just give me the code and I will screen share and we talk.
Oh, okay. Sorry. My bad. My bad.
I'll let you screen share after when we do
Yeah.
it live. Oh.
Copy.
Yeah, let's
And
just
I'll
look at it
send
briefly
it to you. There you go.
so we have enough time to do the live. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
sorry. Like, I'm looking at my recent games and like, cause I did quick play and customs. Like, I did a couple of 1v1 arenas and then I did a couple of unranked before it started. So
I think it's all good. It's our first session, kind of identifying what we need to work on exactly. Is the
Blizzard
but
World was close, but we won it,
okay.
and
So
that's a 12-minute game.
first of all, what is your thought process here as Diva? What are you looking to do?
Hold on. Um. Oh, just push payload and like get an idea of where their strengths and weaknesses are. Take high ground. Pressure out the tank. I know. That's kind of what I was doing. It's just like basic creating space, tanky stuff.
Before the
My
game though, do
Ash
you
got
had
picked.
you had this idea of focusing on the tank as well, or is it anything else?
Oh
Just
no, I don't like to focus on the tank unless it's to pressure them off point, because I know that my teammates are probably not going to do it in this elo.
what do you think are the biggest priorities for you as a diva? What are you looking to do the most?
Find picks, keep high ground, I guess.
Kinda, yeah. Makes sense.
So I saw the Bastion was half. I probably should have swapped to a healer there. Kiri used her Suzu, which was good.
This fight
I
went kind of
pushed in to help
okay-ish.
with Genji. Yeah, I mean, it's more, I saw the Genji was doing well, and I was like, okay, we just try and stagger and pressure as much as possible. I fucked up there, and I told my team that I should have just stayed after we got the kill there.
What
But
should
I saw
trigger
the
you
Alario low.
to exactly stay and not going that deep?
I mean, they've got an Ashe just like fucking looking at me, and I'm half health. Alari can just jump away, and then they've got two very strong beams.
Right.
But I thought, oh, I've got enough shield to just walk out, or
Right.
I've got my abilities coming back.
Right. So yeah, I would say it doesn't matter what characters they have there. Yeah, it's mostly about their attention because they still can damage you. And the main thing for us is our resources. What kind of resources we get. Now we don't have armor.
We got
Simply.
Kiri and a DPS dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
Well.
even notice that.
No. Oh wait.
How did the Kiri
you're
and the
the red team.
DPS die?
Yeah, you're the red
Yeah.
team. So
Yeah.
you okay?
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I always get it mixed up.
I'm just.
My bad. I was like, how the hell did two of our teammates die when we're rolling them?
I'm talking about your resources here. So see, you want to pay attention mostly to your armor. Usually, when we don't have armor, we consider not taking space as much unless there's a lot of support. Yeah, let's just say that this should be fundamental idea.
I mean, I saw the Genji popping off, and I was like, fuck it. If this Genji's a smurf, we just get a free win.
Yeah, but still, see, this is where we still die. Doesn't matter what the Genji, even though he's top of 100, we shouldn't.
I didn't die here, by the way. I don't know how. I should have. Somehow I lived this. I get demet by the Zarya, but
yeah, but this is what I mean. We shouldn't get the mech.
No,
See what I'm saying? So we should stay alive basically, and after if we have our mech, we can do more pressure in the long term. Yeah, if you have your mech still, there are rockets, there's pressure from the high ground, there are opportunities for you to catch the enemy team. We still get the mech back, but
I could have probably saved remech, but I don't know. Sometimes I'll save remech if they're like DPS or supports is trying to defend point, because I can quite often get free kills just from the remech. But the Zarya was there.
So
which should have probably just bubbled it.
What?
Sorry.
Why we going towards the Zarya here exactly?
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to stop her from just like jumping onto point because I know that my teammates aren't going to pressure off. Well, I
Okay.
say I know that. It's just like 90% of the
Mhm.
time, the Zarya or Sigma will literally just stand on point and no
Sure.
one else will be focusing her.
Sure.
So I
Sure.
kind of wanted to divert the enemy's attention from the payload to me,
Mhm.
because even if I die here, we're going to have
Mhm.
checkpoint, whilst creating space for them to
Mhm. Mhm.
stop, like actually just
Mhm.
walking onto
Mhm.
payload.
So we say let's just pay attention to map control perspective. Kind of we did before armor. When you don't have armor, you usually don't want to control space. Now
Mm.
we're looking to go in. We have armor, but the quality. What are we trying to go after? If I'm looking to control this area with our pressure, we're saying if you go in an Azaria, if you trying to just jump on her here, then you
It's
say
not to kill. It's
yeah,
more of a softening
it's
it.
more of
Sorry,
a
I should
pressure. Yeah,
clarify.
but
Mm.
we want to question: is it the most effective pressure when we're trying to control this area? Isn't there anybody who can
Probably
do
not.
more pressure towards this entire area on the enemy team? Is there anybody who is more scary potentially?
I mean Genji, if they
Exactly.
get in under the bridge.
Exactly. Exactly. Do you
Hanzo
see
can be
why
pretty
it's more
scary, but
important to go on the Genji than compared to Zarya?
mm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah, no,
this
I
is
get
should be our first priority. We should be checking those potential areas where do you expect those characters to be. Well, obviously sometimes they might be there, but at least we're placing ourselves in those areas, pressuring those guys off. And once this pressure is out, once those characters are not there
mm.
anymore, maybe they're not taking that position, then we can go towards this area. But the first idea is who is the most scary? What is the scariest angle they can take? Because now, if we go towards the Zao, the first priority might be that if there would be a little bit better Genji, they would take the side gun and get your
At
backline
this
right
point,
away.
I've literally like I've given up. Like as soon as we get point, I'm like I kind of just don't care. I'm just gonna sit on point because
Yeah.
we've got better spawn,
Yeah,
right?
so see, it's all up, but anyway, because we're looking for long-term value. Yeah, we're looking at this. If we add
Yeah.
up a little bit more pressure there, we add up a little bit more pressure there. Eventually, it might get to that situation where you get your ultimates, you get more pressure done. Yeah, like it's like 1+1+1+1, and then eventually you get such a big number, so your Genji would stay alive, for example, or
Mm.
you would just win the fight no matter what without the ultimates. Yeah, see, all of this pressure, it adds up. Yeah, it adds
Yeah.
up. It might do
Oh yeah,
something
don't get me wrong. I
different.
don't stop.
Mhm.
I like very rarely stop shooting, or like I don't stop. Like you can see, I'm still like diverting
Yeah,
attention.
this is good. Yeah, the shooting, the constant pressure is good. We're more saying the quality of the pressure. Yeah,
Shit,
where we
hold on.
shoot.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can try afterwards. Sorry about that, man.
Oh, it's alright. Well,
Yeah, I died. I
if
don't
we
remember
s-
how I died.
so
I
now we talk about the quality of the pressure again here. Yeah.
did I
So
go in front of the payload, and I mean yeah, it's a stupid ult.
think about how to increase the quality of this ultimate. What we can be doing.
I mean, walk back and fly over bridge.
Uh huh. See,
Uh,
yeah, for example.
I thought Zarya was out of bubbles, and I didn't realize Genji was in there.
Hmm.
So I thought they were like gonna back off from it.
Yeah. But
Um,
why it's more important? Like, let's say Zarya, it does matter. Like the bubbles, let's say she has those, so she doesn't. Like, let's say there's no Zarya even. Yeah, there's like other character. Why it's more
yeah,
important to actually walk a little bit backwards and look for more interesting ultimate kind of. Yeah.
because yeah, you can get a better idea of like I'm like all my brain is thinking there is 4 people big ult instead of
Yes.
like Genji's gonna dash, Kiri's gonna jump to him, Mercy's gonna follow,
Hmm.
Zarya's gonna bubble, and then they're all fine.
Hmm.
No,
Hmm.
wait, didn't know what I meant, you know.
Yeah. See,
It was
like
kind of Ooga Booga Brain.
it's more of a again because the quality of the pressure is increasing. Yeah, we now able to force out more resources and we're able to force out an enemy team to reposition in bad positions. Yeah, we might uh, force them to maybe like position like they did here, but because our ultimate is more unpredictable, it might force out even more things.
Yeah.
And by the way, something to think about before
Oh,
the
I had
ultimate.
no
Yeah.
idea Ash was up
Yeah,
there. So
exactly. So we want to pay attention to anybody who is
yeah,
taking
I
off
could have
angles
taken the
first.
high ground, especially against Zarya. I'm pretty sure I swapped off Diva here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think I might have gone Doom
Yeah.
first.
But
I
then
can't
see,
remember though. Yeah.
is it important to swap for us in this case? Could we
I
still?
mean, I kind of swapped because like I wanted to play Doom first, to be honest. Like I just like I knew that I could probably still
That
get
makes sense.
pressure, but then if we don't get picks on the bridge, then there's kind of like no high ground apart from obviously just above
Right.
point payload. After we push over bridge, they've got the high ground, and like for me to get it, I have to go behind him. I don't know. So I kind of just wanted to push back, do the same sort of thing I'm doing at Diva, but with Doom first. I shouldn't be walking in there, and I'm wasting rotations when I should be backing up, but it worked
This
out.
is sort of okay now because you got big advantage. Just before, yeah, when you didn't have that advantage, like now it's not okay. Yeah, now
I kind of
you,
wanted to assassinate the Mercy, because she's
yeah.
pissing me off. I get tilted very easily, like I said.
So see, again, we looking at this idea of we controlling space and going after what matters. We looking to do big quality of pressure, so the enemy team they're not able to do as much pressure, and we can force out resources. I think focus on forcing out resources more. But if we're forcing out enemy
I'm pretty
resources
sure I
here,
called that I inted here. Like, as I turned the corner, I was like,
yeah,
oh, I'm dead here, my bad.
yeah. But now our idea is to make sure when those situations gonna happen later, we're not gonna do the same thing. Yeah, like
I
we
could have
understand.
probably just jumped to high ground and waited for heals.
Mm, mm, mm.
But yeah, like I said, I saw the
Exactly.
Genji, and I thought, oh, I can knock him into the boxes and go one
Yeah.
shot.
So see, like nobody can control this space yet. Yeah, if we're forcing
Mm.
out cooldowns,
Oh yeah, I'm inting.
yeah, then it's
It's
not
a Mercy.
possible.
What cooldowns am I fucking forcing?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Well,
that's just
she
it.
can fly away, Guardian Angel, yeah, might force out bubble, something like that, yeah. But
Yeah,
this,
but I mean, they've already used their bubbles.
well, just general kind of.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not trying to like break down what you're saying. I wouldn't have thought that. So yeah.
So our idea then to make sure the pressure we're doing is also effective. Yeah, there's another layer
Mm.
which you wanna get at, and you're saying, well, you kind of knew maybe the Genji is there, maybe it's enough, but most of your team usually, if they can capitalize on the pressure, it's usually better. Yeah. So the question is, what you can be doing to make sure that your team can capitalize on the pressure? What you should be doing before they engaging like that? Before looking to engage, yeah, like maybe it's okay to engage, but you just don't know. I would say like it might be okay in some cases, but now
I mean, yeah, I need to set up phase.
we need to set up, sure, that can help kind of set up your extra advantage. Okay, let's say you set up, you got this high ground. What you should be doing after to make sure your team can pressure with you as well?
We'll check for my team.
Check for your team simply. See, we're trying to slow down all of
That's
this
kind of what I
process.
meant by setup. Sorry.
Oh,
Like
this
sort
is
of just
fine.
viewing positions and making a mental map of where everyone is in my head.
Exactly, yeah. So we slowing it down instead of it being like engage, engage, engage. No, we're gonna be breaking it down and being it like let's. Usually it's more of a kind of sweet stuff phase. You scout setup and then you engage. Even before the engagement, you still can scout a little bit, but that's another story. Yeah, we slowing down and just looking at the information before the engagement, seeing, okay, my team is there, these guys are here. Well, can I engage? Probably not. Yeah, I can wait a little, and this is how you make the decision to not go. But now you cannot make different decision because you're not looking around. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, you just need to add this extra action to your engagement. I'm not saying don't do this. No, you can.
No,
do
I
that, but
sometimes do that, but you're right. I definitely don't do it now.
now we're gonna implement this habit of trying to constantly do that. That's how you practice. You're just gonna look at the habit and see before each engagement. I want to understand where my team is. If they can capitalize on my pressure, I go in. If not, I don't go in. Simply. In some cases, obviously, you being kind of alone, going by yourself, might make sense, but usually the exceptions are only when you can get a kill and get away.
No, for sure.
If not, if you cannot get a kill, then make sure most of your team is there to capitalize. It doesn't matter how they capitalize, they might get...
As like Zarya's wasted grav here.
That's good.
I just try and get a slam onto her team. I can't believe the Echo died there. I laughed so hard. She should have...
Nice.
she just trolled that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, oh, maybe I can knock him off again, but I kind of wasted
Mm-hmm.
punch. I should have cancelled it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh,
This is alright, sort of, but yeah, see,
yeah, no,
like,
I agreed with you. I thought exactly the same when doing it. I was like, this position's bad. I was like, oh, maybe I can kill the Kiri and then ult out.
like
But I missed everything.
this is exactly like the thought process. Yeah, like if I'm engaging, can my team capitalize on all this pressure? Yeah, that is first.
I got so pissed off at that bubble. I was like, okay, I disengaged smartly. I can get this Genji. It's gonna be a sick play. Like, yeah. I
Okay,
mean, I had ult, so I was like, I can pressure
yeah.
her.
So that was a first idea, kind of just the timing is alright. Your team can sort of capitalize. Now we had second layer, such as what is the most scary? Yeah, what is, because you need to tank the big pressure. Yeah,
Oh
you
shit,
need
I
to distract the big pressure. Then it means you need to go after those targets. So what we
Genji.
should be focusing on ultimately, yeah, what our target should be right away when we're trying to go in. What is that exactly?
Supports or Genji.
Yeah, probably support, probably Mercy Okiri. Genji as well might be.
I
Yeah,
mean, if I'd looked at the game, I would have gone for the fucking Hanzo, because I know that Oh wait, is Hanzo on our team? Oh,
yeah,
he's
yeah,
on our
yeah.
team. Never mind.
Mhm.
Never mind.
That's
I've
fine.
played a couple of games with that Hanzo, and
Hmm.
he has done doo doo,
Hmm. But
as his name suggests.
see, if we put our attention now, if you already before the fight know where to go, if you put your attention in the right place, now you
Mm.
wouldn't look to punch the Zao, you would look to
You'd
punch the
look the
Kiri.
Kiri.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is what I
No, I
mean.
didn't see.
Mhm.
Yeah.
With all these decisions, because you are deciding before, okay, who does the biggest pressure, disable the biggest pressure, so this way you can force out more resources and
The
such.
Kiri should have. If the Kiri was like half as good as like she should be, I should have been dead there. Like Genji just like hits me. Kiri's headshotting me from
Mhm.
like next to me. So Mercy's got a pocket on her. I
Yeah,
should be dead
but
here instantly.
I
But
wouldn't say. Well, can you team now? That was the second layer. Can you team capitalize on what you're doing? Can you team capitalize
no,
on all your pressure?
no. Hanzo, I
Not so
guess,
much.
can get picks without being
Yeah,
pressured. Genji's close to coming in.
yeah,
But I mean, we've just got Life Weaver's like pretty far back, and we've only got one support.
yeah.
So
But this is still better compared to that engagement around the corner. Yeah,
yeah,
but still can
yeah.
be polished a little bit more. Yeah, we still
It
can get a little
was
bit better
a
time.
lot of my engagements are meant to be, in theory, just pressuring out abilities and then backing up,
Yes, yeah,
and then going
exactly.
for hard engages.
Exactly. So, but we want to do it at the right time so our team can
Mm,
capitalize or we can get a kill and pressure the biggest thing. Yeah, so it actually makes sense. We
for sure.
disabling the
I would
engagement.
check the ends of each rounds, because
Mhm.
like third point has been like it was quite back
Yeah.
and forth.
Okay. We because we have limited time. I'm thinking, do we just continue with
Do
doing
you want to
what
just
review, or you
do you
want
want
to
to
do
just
a
do
live
live
game?
game?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
we could just do a live game.
we have some layers already. Yeah, we have the things such as make sure you engage when your team can capitalize. To do that, you're gonna be looking around. The first habit I would like you to implement is just making sure before each engagement you trying to look around, checking where your team is. I'm gonna let me see. Yeah, you can screen share now. There've been some problems with permissions. You can screen share.
Okay, I want to see what score I got by the end of that game. Just quickly, I want to see. How do I screen share again? Oh, yeah, share your screen. Is that
Mm-hmm.
working? Oh no, it's yours.
Not
Is
yet.
it sharing screen? Let's try again. How about now?
Yeah, it's
Are we
working.
good? Okay, cool. Yeah, just give me a sec. I'm trying to find. Uh, how do I end? Right, yeah. Can you check the scores? Is there any way of doing that?
Checking the scores in this. No.
Yeah. Oh, okay, never mind then. There's no point. Is it game reports?
My.
Do you get?
What? Yeah, you can do that here. But what is the question? Yeah.
Oh, I was just interested in what I got. Like, I wanted to know.
Ah, okay.
How
Okay. Well, we can do just a game. Yeah. Let's focus on the topic we mentioned now. Focusing on the looking around a little bit more. Right before the engagement. Usually, it's when you somewhat of a around the corner, and then the second
I
idea is
got sound on.
pressuring the biggest thing on the team, pressuring the biggest damage, sort of.
Yeah.
Whoever can do the biggest damage.
Okay. I'm just gonna leave her. I kind of wanted to leave her because I thought that she was going to be friendly from the fact she turned her ass towards me and didn't defense matrix. But I just got baited. Okay, possible Smurf and literally someone. Can you imagine if I was playing against someone?
Oh well. We're still gonna, as
Are
we
we team
mentioned,
chatting or?
focusing on increasing the skill ceiling. It doesn't matter what we play against, what we play with. Just now focusing on the habit of making sure your team can capitalize on the pressure. So before each engagement, you can kind of tell me, can your team capitalize? If yes, tell okay, my team can capitalize on this, or they might, I don't know, they can do pressure with me. Something to that.
I mean, yeah, I'm probably gonna be. Hold on, I'm gonna go team chat as well. It's cool. Play who you like. I'm probably gonna be pressuring high ground a lot because it's easy for me to get multi punches and to pressure their team. So just be aware of that. Yeah, sorry.
That's fine.
I usually play open mic, so I'll probably not be talking as much. I pulled the Ryan in my head. I'm like, I bet you they're playing Ryan.
You engaging, can your team capitalize on this pressure?
Yeah, I'm just backing up now.
Make sure your
Oh,
team can
that was a
capitalize on
bad.
the pressure when you do that. Now they
That's
can.
fine. We kill the
Obviously,
Ryan.
nice.
That
Okay,
was a very dumb Ryan play.
can your team capitalize on this? Make sure they can. Make sure they can. Yes. Oh, check before
Yeah, I
the
mean,
engagement
again, it's
every time.
pressuring.
Every time, yeah. It might be that you're checking for
You
visual
need
of
to
your
drop there.
bullets as well. I mean, of your team's bullets, but it should be something. Either they can capitalize or you get a kill. Yeah, they can capitalize.
I was expecting a fire strike.
That's fine.
I'm gonna
So-
die here. Huge life weaver. Yeah, it was kind of troll of me. I shouldn't be focusing this round. I think we lose this.
That's alright. Just do the same
Whatever.
thing. Before your engagement, just look around and check. That is all
Yeah,
we
yeah.
want to do.
Sometimes I like don't look because I'm sort of
Mhm.
like already thinking, oh, we're numbers up.
Yeah, I'm saying like kind of before the fight, the real fight when it's 5v5.
That's unfortunate. I cancelled my punch. I cancelled my punch.
That happens.
Okay,
That
I should
happens.
swap here. I should probably go
I-
Diva.
Well, why is that the case?
I mean, the Ryan's bad and he's overextending, so I can definitely pressure better with Diva. And also just like the way the enemy team are playing, I feel like I'm going to be able to
Okay, if
get
you feel
more.
more comfortable in Diva, sure, if it's the first priority.
Like, I'm gonna be pressuring more constantly with Diva. You know. I didn't mean to do that. I kind of fed that, but it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
I deserve that.
See, who does the biggest pressure? It's probably Anna on their team. Try to find the Anna, yeah? Right now.
Yeah, that's what I was doing, but I just got fucking. I did a bad ult, and I just got punished for the rest of it.
That's alright. Just focus
Please
on the
go off
next
the
one.
edge. Let's go! I don't know why he walked there. It's fine.
I see what your engagement is the best the next time. Make sure your team can capitalize or you get a kill.
Hold on, I'm gonna turn my game sound down after this. I can like pretty much hear what you're saying, but it's a little bit dicey at times.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't fire strike round that corner? Oh, I was not expecting that. I mean, I'm not gonna do anything with it.
Oh, we did some of the pressure. Just focus on what is high value. It's not the Ryan. It's it might be Genji, it might be Anna, might be Mercy.
My bad.
There's a lot of
I killed
attention
the Genji
towards
though.
the Ryan. Try to lean your attention towards the people taking angles. Just
Yeah.
like
No, you're right.
might be Anna as well. Might be Mercy.
I don't think I don't know about the Anna. She keeps sleeping me.
Yeah, she can, but
Do you sleep?
it's also
Big counter. What an idiot.
You can outplay it too, so it's fine. Nice, good job.
But one.
But to get the Mercy first usually, but yeah.
Oh my god, the heals.
Just get the Mercy first, because she has the
Yeah.
beam. For Anna, it's harder. See, in
We
these cases,
C9.
when
Yeah, we
there's a
C9.
duel between you and Anna, and there's a Mercy pocket, I think usually going after Mercy is a little bit more valuable, because Mercy's healing
Mm.
cannot be interrupted, because you don't need aim, basically, you just have the beam. Whereas Anna's aim, it's more difficult for her, just mechanically look around. So
Yeah.
if you pressure the Mercy, there are more chances she will miss the shot on her, basically. And and if you get her around the corner, like with your punch, you can just get the Mercy around the corner and finish
Yeah, I mean,
her.
that's why I'm going Diva.
Oh, it's
It's
fine.
just I find out it's a lot easier to chase down Mercy because you can basically just fly at her and
Again,
bumfuck her to
our
Sherry.
focus is on what we started, so it should be, yeah, like I'll calm them up, but yeah, we'll talk
Mm.
about it later more, I think.
I find that this elo, people just like don't kill divas. Sorry, don't kill Mercies.
You're
Like
focusing on
here, I
Ryan. This
just
is not the biggest pressure. Just be careful. Like, unless he's really killable, if he is too isolated, then sure. But the first pressure might be Echo, Genji.
it's more like I'm pressuring him out of the team.
Pressure,
Like I'm trying to like
what
if
does
my
more?
teammates can team shot, we just kill him. You know, like he's
Uh,
got no shield. He loses pressure here. I
you
don't know.
yeah, what
Tracer
kills your
dies
team?
here.
It's the
No,
this exactly. It's the flankers. It's the characters with bigger pressure. So lean your attention towards that.
I mean that's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
I'm
she's
kind of
out, and you're
wasting
good.
time there.
No, you're good. You're good. You need to go after another valuable target. Go after Diana. Go after the Mercy. You shouldn't be on Ryan. Anna, Mercy, Tracer. Anna, Mercy, Tracer. You don't want to go after the Ryan. You keep going after the Ryan, and you're losing. Yeah, lean your attention towards what's more important. Mm-hmm.
That's bad.
That's fine. Just at the start of the fight, going towards what does more to map control. Yeah, Sombra on the
Mm.
angle is scary. Tracer on the angle is scary. Anna's nade is scary, not the Ryan. Ryan is what tanking the pressure. You shoot in Ryan, he's tanking all of your abilities, and he stays alive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That is the second layer, yeah, we talked
No,
about.
you're right. I could maybe go for an ult here, but it could just be a
Yeah,
waste.
well, you can just make sure your team can capitalize on the pressure. Should be good.
They're going top right. What's
Mm-hmm.
this? Please work. It did not
Oh, she
work.
didn't slide.
It did not work. That
That's
was
fine.
bad. I got out
Well,
ulted.
now Ryan might be killable. He's too isolated.
Yeah, that's why I'm focusing him.
You can kill him. Well, maybe not.
Yeah, I should have swapped to Mercy after I realized that Ryan was getting heals.
And now repeat the process. Not Ryan, but what does bigger pressure? Yeah, the Tracer,
Oh, I got distracted by the
Sombra,
Genji.
Anna, Mercy, the DPS
Who
characters,
do I
basically.
play here? I don't think I'm doing enough as Diva.
Yeah, we staying on the front line too much here. I think you need to go on the angle, but yeah, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Okay. Mm-hmm.
We got the objective. Okay, never mind. Can we contest? What's that? One down. No. Oh, did I get the remake? I did not. That's frustrating. I thought
That's all right.
I got the ult.
That's all right. Okay, so see, the biggest thing about it, like, we've been going after the angles a lot, I think. It's, especially when we did mention it, yeah, like, the tracers, the sombras, but I think the second part, that is something we didn't talk about your position, is where you position as well. See, multiple times, we positioned like you would position if you would be Ryan as well. What I mean by that is, you staying in the same position where the enemy Ryan is. You kind of staying face to face while applying pressure and
Yeah.
angle. So what you should be doing instead is trying to go on somewhat of an off angle, utilize your mobility. So now this way you divert an enemy attention. So
Are
this
you
way,
cool with? Sorry. Are you cool with me jumping into another game? I don't know how long we've got.
we
So.
got 10 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
but we can do it later. Yeah, you have
No,
another.
I didn't realize.
I just have another session
No,
soon.
it's cool. I didn't realize it was only 10 minutes. Sorry.
That's alright. That's all good. Yeah. So I'm just gonna show it to you real quick. Can you send me this game here, and I will show you what I mean by off angle. It just
Yeah. The reason I was hitting tanks so much is because usually I can just, as Diva, usually I just like walk up and kill them because they
Right.
like the amount of times that Ryan just walked in and like I felt like I
Yeah.
could just like beam him down and stand on top of him
Yeah.
and then he couldn't get back in
This
time.
is
But
this is good if the Rhine is isolated. However, we again see like this is our kind of mindset. You're focusing on what the enemy team doing,
mm,
they stopping their play instead of making your own play. You know,
yeah,
this is what I mean. Diva, what she's good at, you have a lot of mobility, so you need to use that to some extent. And because you're doing that now, you're creating your own play and you're diverting a lot of the enemy team's attention. And because you're doing the play now, actually, you're gonna tank more. Why? Because the pressure goes to you and you tank. Instead of it being like, oh, they do pressure and then you tank. See, this is another story. They do pressure, you tank. It's not the most effective way. Rather doing proactive play and then tanking the pressure. Yeah, that is what we want, ideally. Yeah? This is our gonna be constant mindset. Okay, so we'll just
proactive play then tank.
yeah. So create a play. Yeah, what I mean is create the play and then tank the damage, which goes towards you. Yeah? For example, if we are on a second point, that was a really good example here. Yeah, just go forward. You can see my stream, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So for example here, as another layer we want to pay attention to. Yep. So we.
Low quality. I don't know if that's my end.
Oh, is it low quality for you?
Yeah, really bad low quality.
Okay. Give me a second. Maybe try to stop screen sharing as well, so it might help you.
Oh, I was wondering why that was doing that.
Mm-hmm. Can you see my stream now?
Yes, better.
Okay. Okay. Good. So for example here, see, we're trying to focus on the Rhine, but now try to think about what kind of play you can create. So you do a lot of
Pressure the
pressure.
Mercy,
For example.
because she's away from the
Yep.
team.
Exactly.
Just
And see, this is gonna be a
force my head
right.
from in front of her so she can't jump
Yeah.
onto
So you
her
would
team.
be taking that off angle. What off angle is? It's you playing away from your core. It's not you playing with your core. That's why what I was saying. You play more of a like there's more of a like Rhyme play. You play with your core a lot and trying to protect them. Instead of it, you should be utilizing your mobility and flying to that angle. So your core is
Yeah.
here. If you want to be away from your core, then you can do something like that. But you still pressure the same area. But because you pressure, now there's going to be a lot of pressure going towards you, trying to stop you. And if there is pressure towards you, guess what? Your team
Takes
can
away
just walk
pressure
in.
from team. Yeah,
Yeah,
off angles. I mean,
exactly.
I literally hit awkward, talk about it all the time, and I'm still
Exactly.
shit.
Exactly. But this is fine to notice. Yeah, like this is good kind of pattern we can notice even from the previous game. Yeah, we kind of I was questioning, yeah, why are we going towards the Zarya? Why are we not paying attention to go on the angle? Yeah. And there was one layer where we stop the angle from the enemy team if somebody's there. And the second part is we creating our own pressure. Yeah. It seems like the pattern with us, yeah. We thinking too much about stopping the enemy pressure, but not creating our own play. So it should be the other way around. Create your own play, and then you can stop the enemy's pressure. You can stop that, but who knows? Because you're creating your own play, maybe you would tank enough already. You would tank, yeah, you would do enough. So this is kind of what you do here. You go for this, but you could be setting up, being at this angle already. This is kind of constant idea. Like now, for example, the Rhine is there. Well, instead of doing pressure from here, what if I just go there? What if I, yeah, maybe being
You
this
know, I
area
see what
could
you
be
mean
good.
now.
Yeah, constant off angle.
Mm.
Okay, so that's been an example about off angle, and maybe at this point we can summarize. And you tell me what you learned today, or what you got out of the session so far.
Yeah, I mean, so I think I'm probably too. I guess team reliant is the wrong word, but I think I'm probably too passive in engagements. I wait for there to be a mistake. It's the same way I play chess, I guess, is I wait for a mistake instead of creating the opportunities of my own, which means that in games in which my teammates are not getting or are not pressuring themselves off angles, I often just it ends up becoming sort of quite a slow
Mhm.
game where they are creating all the opportunities and therefore
Exactly.
capitalizing off opportunities.
Exactly. So see, we're gonna be more proactive, and because you're doing that, actually, especially in a game like Overwatch, you will notice that this way your team can do more. So you're being because you're doing well, you're creating more pressure, your team can create more pressure, and it's a
Mm.
lot about that in this game. It's a lot about being proactive, especially in competitive environment, not in a scrim environment. It's something we wanna learn first, how to be more proactive. To be honest with you, even when I was coaching contenders, just being proactive, going for the most aggressive play is the
Yeah.
best because there are a lot of things why it's good.
You have no idea how much I love to hear that. I feel
Mhm.
like you might have done something wrong here. You might have like activated the rash, scrim heavy idiot that loves to go in even when it's not applicable. But who
Right,
knows?
right. But that's why we had those other
No, I'm
layers.
joking.
We
I'm
had
joking.
what is the best time for us to
So
go in now?
basically, my what I've got to do, the game plan is check for team. And then if I check for team and I'm happy with positioning, and I then check for off angles that I can
Mhm,
take that splits up the enemy's focus. Then look for isolated targets, making sure that my team are able to follow
mhm,
up and execute. After I've executed an engagement, and whether I get a kill or not, my aim is to soak up as much pressure whilst walking back as possible without dying or becoming vulnerable to dying.
mhm, mhm.
Would
Yeah, I
you say
think
that's a fair assessment? And stop
this can
focusing on
be
the tank.
This can be good. Just be careful with saying stop focusing something. Say for what to do instead. Yeah, you might say stop focusing on
Mm.
tank, but then focus on what? Yeah, what is that exactly? It's focusing
Yeah,
on
well, yeah, focus on the isolated
yeah,
targets.
might be
Or targets
isolated.
in which
Mhm,
they are not. So, like, I'll go in on a Hanzo who's like, maybe they've got a Mercy and an Anna and Hanzo and a Kree, and their Kree is getting hard pocketed whilst being shot. By switching targets to Hanzo and trying to blow him up, he's even though he's, let's say, like not conventionally isolated, he is not being like he's not in the periphery of the Anna and the Mercy, and he's not a thought for
mhm.
them. So if I can kill him before they realize, which is a lot in this elo,
Mhm.
it's a win, right?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of
I
yeah.
don't know.
You
Maybe
going.
I'm wrong there.
No, no. I would just say let's just go. Most of the time, you're gonna go on the enemy when most of your team can capitalize. If they can, then you do that. Or the
Mm.
exception is you can engage whenever when you can get a kill. If you get a kill, you usually should be okay. Make sure you survive. But yeah, I'm gonna mention
Yeah,
that in the summary, kind of. So that's one thing. The second one, take off angles, and also, in generally speaking, yeah, take going after enemy off angles as well. People on the flanks too, being
mm.
more proactive just without decisions, kind of general thing, but the most important might be the most important. Yeah.
Don't run it down, main.
Yeah, what are we doing fine? I think mechanics are fine, the ability usage seems like it's good, but later I would work on uh, continuing with mental, maybe if it's needed. We'll see. I'm just gonna
Mm.
question mark, kind of seeing if we need it. We gonna work more on ability usage for sure as well. Just talking about that and talking
Yeah,
about
rotations and stuff.
angle
I'm
control.
guessing.
Yeah. Rotations. It's gonna be
Mm.
included in angle control as well. I think this can be our first focus and something what's called how to adapt characters. Yeah, like what we should be thinking about. I was mentioning focus on the strengths. Obviously, focus on what you can do first instead of trying to counter them. But we'll get a little bit deeper into that idea. Yeah, what we should be focusing on first, how we approach it more specifically. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Mm. Okay.
Okay.